I know I'm late to this show. I know I really am late to this show. I should have finished this show damn near 2 months ago, but I finished now, so that's all that matters. Okay, Invincible is absolutely insane. If you haven't seen the show, there will be spoilers in this video, so I would suggest watching it first. And if you don't care about the spoilers, then I would just stay. But I'm just gonna get into my opinion on the show because, oh my god. I'm gonna just start off by saying the action in the show is absolutely great. It is really good. And while the animation isn't the best, the action is full throttle. Every time there's action on the screen, it is basically like watching a superhero Happy Tree Friends, because that's how much gore there is. I've never seen anything like this ever, and it is so insane, and it really makes it like a lot more realistic and a lot more entertaining, which may sound bad, but it is. Like, that's just facts. It makes it a lot more entertaining and real, to where it's like, damn, like these people can get beat up this easily and messed up this easily. Like when Omni-Man pulled up to the Guardians of the Globe and then went absolute Madara versus the Kage on them, 1-on-5, 1-on-7, whatever it was, and just beat them up to a pulp, literally, and ripped them in half. It was like, that's like your first real taste of like the violence in this show. And I did not expect it at all. I did not expect him to do what he did with that much violence. I was so blown away, and I was like, wow, what the fuck just happened? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously anyone who's watched the show off that first episode, everyone had the same reaction. I'm sure they were like, what the hell did I just witness? You know, but all of that action was very good. I really enjoyed that action. But Omni-Man himself was one of the most violent, menacing, so many words I could use to describe this man, because who does that to their kid? Like, who actually does that to their kid? Because I understand where he's coming from. I really do, because obviously coming from his planet and him only having that knowledge, that's just how he's going to view everything. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it's going to be. But the fact that he took his son and gave him the most unnecessary beatdown I've ever seen in anything I've ever watched in my life, dude, literally, he was like, you want to fight? Okay, I'll fight. Punched him into the building, took him down into the subway, and keep in mind, they're both like brick walls to this oncoming train that's literally about to hit them, because they are from this other planet where they are 10 times stronger than anything on Earth, anything man-made. So this train coming at them full speed is going to break if it hits them. They are not the ones that are going to break. So then Omni-Man's holding up Mark's head into the oncoming train, and then when the train hits them, it just splits in half with everyone else's body parts and everyone else's guts going everywhere. And it was the most gory thing I've ever seen, and the fact that he put his 17-year-old son through that was mind-blowing to me. I was like, what the fuck is this man doing? Dude literally has no care for human life on Earth, and he said that many times before, and it's clearly evident that that's what happens on multiple occasions. Mark saved someone from a jet that was falling out of the sky because Omni-Man happened to destroy it. And then as soon as Mark puts the dude on the ground, Omni-Man pulls up behind the guy, squishes his head right in front of Mark. Keep in mind, Mark just saved this guy. Obviously, if you've seen the show, everyone knows this. Like, dude's a menace to society and he needs to be stopped. So then Mark, even after this, after being brought down to the ocean, brought back up to the tallest mountain, his dad purposely making an avalanche fall on him. And then after being degraded and told that he is nothing and that he'll make another kid, even after all of that, his dad asked him, after all of these people die in 500 years, what are you going to have from protecting them? What are you going to have? Because you're making these relationships, blah, 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 blah. You're going to have nothing from this planet in 500 years. You're going to have nothing. So why make these relationships? And then dude, with half of his face falling off, is like, I'll have you, Dad. Dad, I'll have you. What a good son. You know what I'm saying? Mark is a simp. Mark is a simp for Amber. I'll get to that in a second. But what a good son, and what a good answer that was. Because that answer may have single-handedly saved the planet, right? Because if he didn't say that, he would have probably just gotten his ass beat. He would have gotten killed by his dad. His dad would have blew up the Earth. Just because. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's honestly what would happen. But the fact that he also called his mom a pet was just icing on the cake. Like, he was like, I view your mom as a pet. I don't even view her as my, like, that's just bad. You know what I'm saying? But Mark even giving that, the fact that Mark still gave that answer shows how great he is. But the only thing that's not that great about him is the fact that he simps for Amber so hard. And I understand, right? You're in a relationship, you're going to try and make it work with the person. That's obviously just how it's going to work. Like, that's, you know, everyone's done it. But come on, man. Like, Amber was very, very toxic. She was very, very manipulative. I feel like, because I've seen situations, been in situations like that. She just seemed like a very, very toxic person, back and forth with her emotions, not even making sense, blaming things on him when she claimed. See, it's if she didn't know that he was a superhero, like every other superhero movie and show, it's like, okay, that's different. You're lying to your girlfriend, she breaks up with you, you tell her you're a superhero, everything's fine and dandy. He told her, she knew already. Who does that, right? First of all, how are you going to get mad at him for everything he does when you know that he is a superhero? They were on the campus at that college, and he had to go to fight the guy who was literally not even like 30 feet away from them, right? So she sees this, knows he's a superhero, and then when he comes back after defeating the dude, she starts crying and says that what's his problem for leaving them alone. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous. And I understand what she's saying. She's like, oh, you're lying to me. You're in the process of lying to me, and I already know this. So it's the fact that you're lying to me. And yes, I get it. He's lying, but it's a secret identity. It's a secret identity, dude. You live in a superhero-filled world. You see this shit on a daily basis. If you know that he's a superhero and that his dad may very well be the best superhero on Earth, you have to, you have to kind of be like, yo, I know what you're going through. You can talk to me about it when you want to talk to me about it. I understand. Or just break up with him if you really can't handle it. But you don't have to make him go through that mental stress just because you're not getting your way. You know what I'm saying? And that, I just found that so annoying. And the fact that after he got his ass handed to him by his father, almost died by his dad's hands, she has the audacity to pull up to his house after breaking up with him and being like, I already knew you were a superhero, get out of my house. Literally after doing that, goes up to his house and then kisses him like everything's okay. Come on, dude. Come on. You can't do that. That is just literally the most toxic behavior I've ever seen in my, like, you can't do that. I'm taking Adam Eve 10 times over, because Adam Eve, at least she knows exactly what Mark is going through because she's a superhero herself, and she's just a nicer person. She does not act like, she's morally trying to save the world and do all that stuff. Yes, I understand. Amber has her soup kitchen, and Adam Eve was also even at the soup kitchen. Ridiculous. It just doesn't even make sense. But come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Adam Eve is just a better option if I'm in Mark's shoes, but I'm not. Obviously, I'm not. See, I had to do one of those. Because that's what they always do in the time. You know what I'm saying? I just had to. But yeah, no, the show is very, very solid. I think, other than, because this season was mainly focusing on like Omni-Man a lot, and there wasn't really that much character development other than Mark, Amber a little bit, Adam Eve, and then some of the Globe, like Robot Dude, what he did was kind of criminal, I'm not gonna lie, but it was for a good cause. I think on the physical side of it, like him turning to a kid to get with the other kid looking person, I don't know how I feel about that because he is 30, right? But she is 24, so mentally and morally I understand where he's coming from. On the physical side of things, I don't know how I feel. Maybe I'm over exaggerating and tripping a little bit, or not over exaggerating, maybe I'm overthinking, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, he's a good little character. He had some development to him. He was really the only character that had a lot of development from the Guardians of the Globe, other than Adam Eve. The only development Rex had was him wiping off the blood from the wall. That's really it, because he was mostly an asshole to most of the show. Duplicate Girl, she did her normal thing like she always did. Her biggest moment was when Rex was cheating on Adam Eve with her. And then Shrink Girl, she was cool, not much screen time. The black guy, I think his name was Titan, I don't know his name, but he was cool, but he was just kind of like their leader. Monster Girl, she's cool. Her power is like really dumb, the fact that it makes her younger. I think that's so stupid. Like, if I was in her shoes, like I would be like, damn, that's kind of dumb. But yeah, no, she was a cool character. That one character when they were fighting Metalhead and he kind of took over his business or whatever it was, that he was a good character. But that whole sequence, oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. The White Lion dude, I don't know his name, but he is one of the biggest threats I've ever seen to any human on this planet, because dude literally pulled up and he was like, I'm just trying to test your strength, and gave everyone the worst beatdown I've ever seen, aside from Omni-Man, of course, because Omni-Man is also a huge red flag, huge hazard. Stay away from that man. But just smacked everyone up. He literally smacked everyone up and it was like, you people are too weak for me, went back to it through his portal. He didn't even have time for it. Dude is nonsense, ridiculous. But aside from that, again, Omni-Man also went to that planet and was like, Earth is not yours for taking over with that one alien group that ages. When he did that, I didn't even catch it that he said Earth is not yours for taking over. But he was just insinuating that it was his to take over. So then he just completely demolished their planet within 30 seconds and came back and was like, yo, fuck you. Like, it was ridiculous. But yeah, no, I really, really, really like this show. Really like this show and would highly recommend this show. I would give it like an 8.5 out of 10 because there were a couple episodes that were iffy, like the Mars one. That one was kind of like that one was kind of boring. And then there was the college one where they went to the campus. That one was kind of boring too. But other than that, most of the episodes were very solid, and you were always like learning new stuff and getting development for Mark and Omni-Man and Mark's family in general a lot this season, Amber and Adam Eve. And I really like this show. I definitely would recommend this show. I am super late to watching the show though. I should have finished this shit like 2 months ago. And yesterday I was just like, I'm just gonna finish it, man. I was like, I'm just gonna finish it. And I took like 2 hours out of my day or an hour and a half to finish it. And I was very, very impressed. But I guess we'll see what's in store for season 2. Because I think season 2 and 3 has been confirmed. And I'm only gonna see, I expect to see greatness. I expect to see greatness. I don't think the show's, I heard the comic is good. I don't think the show's gonna flop. I heard what we saw now is just the beginning, and it only gets better from here. But yeah, that's really it, and I'm super excited to see it.